The RG Kaur rape and murder case in which the accused, the quantum of sentencing is going to be announced today. So all eyes on the court in Kolkata, the Kolkata court, to decide the quantum. And this is in regard to the statement that will be pronounced as far as the sentencing is concerned. Do remember that he was found guilty as far as Sanjay Roy is concerned. However, he hasn't confessed to the crime. He has gone on to maintain that he is innocent so far, and it is the mother of this is the mother of the victim who has gone on to say that he wasn't acting alone and that there were other people involved in the crime. So they are saying that they will continue to fight for justice, and for the other people, other perpetrators, according to them, there was more than just one person involved in the crime, and that is why they are still asking for justice. But today is the day when the quantum of punishment for Sanjay Roy in that heinous crime is going to be pronounced. So all eyes on that judgment coming about from the court in Kolkata. Let's just listen in to some of the reactions coming in.
जब सब लोग मान रहे हैं कि ये मामला एक जन का नहीं है, और फिर जब जो ममता बनर्जी अरविंद से कहा कि पहले दिन ही गोली मार दो, संजय को फांसी दे दो, एनकाउंटर में मार दो, तो फिर ये नौटंकी की जरूरत क्या थी? हजारों लोग, लाखों लोग, महिलाएं खास करके बंगाल में, पूरे देश में, पूरे विश्व में सड़क में उतरे इंसाफ के लिए। ये सियालदा कोर्ट से लोगों को इंसाफ नहीं मिला, चूंकि सीबीआई आगे नहीं बढ़ी।
And we have my colleague Saurabh joining us to get us more on this. Saurabh, what time is this really coming up? When can we know the quantum of punishment, and what is the minimum punishment in this such a crime, and what is the maximum punishment that Sanjay Roy could get?
Well, the maximum punishment is, of course, the death penalty for the sections that he's been convicted for. But obviously, the question that remains in this case is the involvement of others. And this is something that hasn't been backed by evidence either in the Kolkata police investigation or the CBI investigation so far. The CBI, however, says it's still probing the destruction of evidence angle. However, while the family members and political parties claim that there could be in the involvement of more people, the evidence so far presented in the public domain and in the court seems to suggest the involvement of only one person, that is Sanjay Roy, who has been convicted by a court on Saturday. Today is the sentencing. The prosecution in this case will push for the highest possible punishment given the heinous, brutal and horrific nature of the crime, and they will seek the death penalty. However, Sanjay Roy, again, like you know, will have the legal remedy of an appeal in the High Court, Supreme Court. So obviously the legal process is far from over, but the conviction is an important step towards justice, something that protesters on the streets have been demanding. And obviously the conclusion of the criminal trial, the conviction of Sanjay Roy for this crime, and also today the sentencing is a step towards providing justice to the victim's family. However, they claim the involvement of others, something that is yet to be backed by evidence in the public domain. And therefore, if there is such evidence, it will be up to the CBI, the investigating agency, to bring it out. But so far, none of the evidence that's in the public domain or in the charge sheet seems to suggest the involvement of others apart from Sanjay Roy, who has been convicted and will be sentenced today.
Right, sort of also the mother of Sanjay Roy has gone on to say that she's a mother of 3 daughters. She has 3 daughters, and which is why she, has gone on to accept whatever the punishment may be. She's gone on to say that even if it means hanging, she is accepting of the situation because she can relate to the nature of the crime, in terms of, she has 3 daughters, and which is why she's gone on to say that whatever it might be is what her son really deserves.
Well, obviously this is something that is a sentimental issue for the family. For the family, they've lost their daughter, and that's something that obviously will play on their minds. And no amount of, empathy, no amount of action, no amount of legal remedy can obviously make up for the loss of a daughter. And obviously that's something that the family will feel. But in the sense that there has to be a sense of justice, this punishment or this sentencing is important because it marks the conclusion of the first legal step towards justice, that a court convicting the accused for the crime and punishing him appropriately for the crime Like I said, in this case, the maximum penalty is the death penalty, and the prosecution will push for the death penalty.